Hello students, welcome to the Standard 6 Social Science class, Chapter 6. We already started this chapter. Today we will discuss causes of the rise of the kingdom of Magadha. Of all the kingdoms, Magadha emerged the strongest. It was surrounded by hills on all sides, which made it difficult to be conquered. Wise and powerful rulers. Magadha had many wise and enterprising rulers. Of them, Bimbisara and Ajasatru were very powerful rulers. They were always trying to expand their territories. Natural resources. Magadha had many rivers like the Ganga, the Gandhak, the Sun, etc. Pataliputra was situated on the bank of the river Ganga. These were natural barriers against any attack on the kingdom. Fertile area. The Magadhan territory was a fertile area. There was not any shortage of food. Land tax was high and it provided a large income to the kingdom. Growth in trade. Magadha had a flourishing trade with other regions. There was sufficient facility for transit and communication. Profits from trade also helped the king to maintain a large army. Military power. Magadha had a well organized army which was composed of horses, elephants, and chariots. A symbol of power. When Alexander invented India, Magadha had become so powerful that the Greeks could not dare to advance further. This undoubtedly added to the prestige of the Magadhan kingdom. Bimbisara. Bimbisara was a strong ruler who ruled about 52 years from 542 to 493 BCE. At the same time, Buddha was preaching his religion in Magadha. Bimbisara adopted a three-pronged policy to make Magadha strong. First, he entered into friendly alliances with his neighbors like the ruler of Avanti. Second, he increased his power by entering into matrimonial alliances with Koshala, Vaishali and Madras. He also adopted the policy of direct annexation. For example, he conquered Anga by defeating its ruler Brahmadatta. Generally, Bimbisara established friendly relations with some of its neighboring states. He was a Buddhist, but the people of other religion in his kingdom enjoyed full freedom. Lord Buddha also showered his blessings on him. Do you know the remains of the fort built by Bimbisara can still be seen at Rajgir. Life of the people. The village. Although a large number of towns had sprung up all over the country, village life had not changed much. Villages were connected with one another by roads and waterways. Each village had a headman. He worked for the king and for the people in his village. The laborers were paid wages for their work. The town. This period saw the rise of many towns and cities. Ujjaini, Tamralipti, Tamralipti, Rajgriha, Ayodhya, Kaushambi, etc. were such important towns. All these towns were centers of trade, craft, art, and administration. Trade, arts, and crafts. In the beginning, there was no such thing as money. People exchanged goods for goods to meet their needs. It was called barter system. Trade and commerce had flourished with the invention of coins. Now, coins of silver and copper, punch marked coins, began to be used. This led to an increase in trade. Seaborne and riverborne trade was also carried on. Animals could be exchanged for articles of use. Trade was carried on with countries like Swarnabhumi, Myanmar, and Baveru, Babylon. Religion and society. In 6th century BC, the rulers of the Hindu religion became very strict. During this period, the necessity to carry on normal duties in an efficient manner ultimately led to the division of the society into four classes known as Varnas, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. There was no social equality, and Brahmanas' domination made the common people dissatisfied with Hindu religion. In the same time, great saints Gautam Buddha and Mahavir spread the message of non-violence and equality of all living beings. These religions were simple, which taught the people to follow the right path and lead a simple and good life. Students, see, this is the picture Gautam Buddha, and here it is Mahavira. Economic life. During this period, agriculture was the main occupation of the people. In this period, two major changes had come in agriculture. The first was that iron plowshares began to be used in the place of wooden ones. Secondly, people began transplantation of paddy. The main crops were rice, wheat, jowar, cotton, etc. Farmers paid taxes to the king both in cash as well as in kind. Students, grocery, these meanings you write down in the copy and learn. Thank you, students.